You right now. Please give a warm DNX welcome to Enjo Markovski.
Hi guys, you're so nice to me, and thank you very much for the nice presentation. First of all, I want to say that I'm really glad to be here with you. I'm digital nomad like you are, and this is also my first talk for Publicum. Basically, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't speak normally, so be nice to me. I'm joking, be whatever you want. So let's just start to say a couple of words. The things that I will be talking about, these are the universal laws. I studied them for 10 days, 12 hours a day. So I'll do my best to really comprise it in 30 minutes. How to win the game of life. How to say it? Imagine you're an island, you're an alien, and you just came on the earth and somebody threw you in a football game and told you, this is a door, this is your team, this is the ball, and you just need to score there. And you just start playing. So you just grab the ball and start running. And you just, in the next second here, and some people start screaming at you. They told you, it's a football, it's not a handball. You need to kick it. Okay. Then you know, you need to play with feet. So you start playing with feet and you have some fun and the ball just goes out. And then you want to bring the ball in, you kick it in, and people get angry again and whistle at you and screams at you. No, no, no. When the ball is out, you need to throw it with your hands. Okay, then I know that. Play a little bit, then the ball gets again out near the door. We human beings know it's named corner, but the alien didn't, so he took the ball and threw it in. Thought that he did it right, they whistle again and people are angry again at him and scream again, no, 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 no. And this gentleman or lady just thinks, what an angry people live in this world here. Why they always scream to me and I cannot make them happy. They said, no, 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 when the ball goes out, where the door is, it's a corner, you need to kick it in with your foot. Okay, a little bit frustrated, you still come in. The good news is, it's halfway done, you have a break. You take a break, you put yourself in a good condition, and you go to play again. Full power, go ahead, you know, kick with the feet in the field, go full power, pass with your friends, and you go and you go and you score, you put the freaking ball in the door, and you're so happy, and there are people happy and they laugh and they scream, but there's some other people that actually scream at you and very angry, and these are from your team. You just scored in the wrong door. Because, you know, halfway, fields change. And that, my friend, is how life happens to us day by day, and we have the opportunity to learn. The challenge is that when we learn all the rules, it's the 88th minute. And it's just began to be fun and to enjoy the game, and there are just 2 minutes left. And in order to have more fun in life and to enjoy the game of life and to have more fun, it's good to learn this stuff. I'll do my best to compromise the laws in a way that you understand them. You not only understand you not only have more knowledge, you have a specific technique, and hopefully you'll be inspired to use it right now, during the talk and also after. So, cause and effect. Maybe you have heard law of attraction and stuff like this. You could put it that way, but the basic way is I love to see nature. Like if you're a simple farmer, you know that what you plant is that what you reap. Thank you. It wasn't a joke, it just happened. So basically, if you want to have some strawberries and you're just planting weed in your garden, it will not happen. If you're planting bananas, you'll never get apples. Like, it's so simple, it's really simple. But the biggest challenge what we have is that we don't know what we are planting, and we don't know how we do it. People tell us what you do is how you plant. Not really. Other people tell you is what you believe. Your belief system defines what your results will be. Could be, but it's just part of it. And if we think about it, friends, do you know how many beliefs you have? Like 97% of everything we do and think and feel, it's subconscious. And you have no idea what you're doing. We have over 60,000 thoughts per day. You have no idea to track this stuff. So, belief systems, other people say how you think. Well, yeah, thinking is also believing. It's fine, but you have 60,000 thoughts. What do you do? Can you control them? No way. The good thing is, we were discussing it yesterday, the best thing in life that we have are for free. And they were given to you as a present. What you were given to you as a present is your emotional feedback system. And this is actually the key in it. What you plant is not what your thoughts are, is not what your belief systems are, is not even what you are doing. It's how you feel. Because imagine you feel maybe depressed or sorry for yourself, or you always make some errors and you just feel kind of not good enough. And you just go there and do something, and tomorrow you're maybe out of job, or maybe your client didn't pay. And you think, no man, I didn't think about that my client will not pay. I didn't think that I will lose my job, and I didn't think that I will lose my partner. You're right. But how do you feel now? Well, that somebody took advantage of me and that I'm a victim. Okay, how did you feel before? Well, as a victim again. It is not what you think, it is not what you believe, it is how you feel. And this is how you plant. And in the end, I will give you the emotions that have the highest frequency in the universe. And I'll give you a technique how you can set yourself into these emotions anytime, for free. The next law that I will discuss with you is a very interesting one because it explains why people, even if they know the laws, they don't really take care of them. And this is development. The law is a very big one to explain, but I'll just focus on this one. You know, we know law of gravity, like we have gravity, and you know it, you feel it right away. If you have something and you drop it, you feel it, it drops down. You see it right away and you believe it. You see it, you believe it, you feel it, you know it. Now, when you start planting something, the law of development says things take time, and this time cannot be reduced dramatically or increased. 9 mothers cannot give birth in 1 month for a child. Neither we can wait for 12. Doesn't matter what we do, there are some exceptions. I'm even born in the 7th, but more or less that's it. So once we start understanding that the things that we plant with our emotions don't take action right away, but they take time. And it can take time 1 day, a week, a month, a year. You would understand how we plant. So next time you think about indulging emotions like frustration, like hatred, like self-pityness, like disappointment, like even not being happy or satisfied, think about it, what you're planting. And this is also a great gift because nobody can plant for you. And nobody can destroy your plant but you. So from this knowledge, if you get it, you know that there are no victims, only volunteers. Next time you don't have clients, next time you don't get your bills paid, next time something happens, you lose something or you hurt yourself. No, I don't want to say don't blame, but really when it is an indulgence, it's a drug. It's not, don't blame others for them, don't blame others for yourself because you're planting shit. And you'll not know it, it will take 1 week, a month, a year, and you need to harvest what you plant. So this is the way why we don't believe the laws, because we cannot see them right away. I invite you to trust me on that. And every time when you start planting, and this is with your emotions, stop it. Change your state. Go to a higher emotional level, and I'll show you how to do that. It's really easy. It's really easy. First of all, you'll feel much better and happier, and actually that's what we're all about. Like, why do you need the stuff? You want anyway the emotions. So, first of all, you fulfill your life, and second of all, you can basically realize everything you want. So, keep in mind this law, and maybe one more thing to say, which is not my strength, it's about patience. I'm not one of the patient guys, and normally what I did is I plant something, it's here, and I wait for a week or two, it's not there, and start scrubbing and see what's up. So what happens is I break the roots, and it takes 1 or 2 weeks to just go back to the initial state. And in the end of the day, if I do it 2, 3, 4 times, it's just dead. I need to learn from that too. I need to practice myself, but just to know, things takes time. And if it's important to you, be patient. Next one. Now, that's my favorite. Why it's my favorite? Well, the world we live in is a world of duality. And these two poles are polar. We have day and night, breathing in, breathing out. We have cold and warm, good and bad, coming in, coming out, male, female, plus, minus. Works. And they're always shifting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and there is no end. Now, why this thing is also very good? Because you see that if we say the white one is a good one, there is no good and bad, by the way, just how we interpret things. But just let's use it as a metaphor. You see that in the white one, you have also a black piece, and in the black piece, you have also the white piece. Which means that in every disadvantage, you have the seed of advantage and vice versa. And here, because the whole thing was from a dishwasher to a millionaire, I want to show you why, to be here and speak to you, and to be able to do all the things that I can do and feel and live and enjoy, it wouldn't have been for all the challenges that I have. And actually the biggest challenge, and I'll just share one simple story. It's exactly Germany, 2004, no parents, no friends, no language, no money, nothing basically. I started to go from place to place to look for a job and landed in Maredo, in Königsallée, in Düsseldorf, in the kitchen. As maybe you see, I'm normally a very energetic person, like washing dishes that were flying away, like in the air, like I could handle the whole kitchen, no problems. But well, Germany back then, at least how I experienced it, isn't really international orientated or open for strangers or people that don't speak the language. Let's put it the polite way. Actually, the people were very happy just to go there, do a perfect job, and just disappear. They didn't want to see you. Kind of like the slaves go to serve the castle from another stairs, and they just need to disappear, not to show themselves to the aristocrats, because they just disturb. And I was living in Duisburg. Duisburg is an interesting city. More or less, it's okay before I open my mouth. When I open my mouth, they see that I'm a foreigner and kind of face changes. You just see that you're not welcome. So, this was actually very painful, because basically, most probably this is the biggest fear of everybody, not to be liked, like alone, left. Nobody wants to be with you, talk with you, no social connections, no friends, because, yeah, nobody is interested in you. Actually, in Germany, you get nothing for free, even a smile. That was my experience. So that was actually my biggest depression. I didn't want to wake up. Actually, I didn't want to go into sleep. Didn't want to wake up in the morning. I actually had to read Tony Robbins' Personal Power for 2 hours a day in the morning just to get up get some strength to wake up, to do something. So it was very frustrating. But, my friends, where is this but? Oops. Oh, this is the but. What happened is I closed myself and I start reading. I start reading about psychology, about NLP, about management, about marketing, about sports, about being successful, and I was like brainwashing my head for 4, 6, 8 hours per day. I did nothing. There was time when I was going to school for 8 hours and I was working for 8 hours, sleeping 2 hours. It was a machine day. It was so much power, so much intensity, so much challenges. And being, well, back then I associated, because I didn't speak the language, didn't have money, I associated being poor. That's what brought me there. So it created such big hunger for being successful. And now even thinking about having challenges or something, I found such a resource in myself. There is a power machine when there is a need for action. It's unstoppable. It's unstoppable. I found my biggest resource in life in my biggest challenge. I find something that not only helped me, helped all of my friends and family around me, employees and customers. It's unstoppable energy that actually is in everybody of you. And this challenge here helped me to find it. It helped me to find something else as well. It helped me to find compassion. Because I actually even truly believe that you cannot feel compassion without suffering. Going through suffering, going through problems, going through being alone, going through being isolated, going through problems forms your character. And actually, I don't know if you know about it. You know the golf balls, that they have some holes on the ball? Do you know why this happens? In the beginning, these golf balls, they were circle, they were flat. But what they saw is when they hit the ball, they did these holes on it, and due to these holes, the ball flies further away. So it can be very good metaphor that when life hits you and forms you, it creates scars. But due to these scars, you fly away, you're much stronger, you're much powerful, you're much faster, and that's how you develop your potential. And now, if you ask me if I would have changed this event, with tears in my eyes, I'll tell you no. Because I wouldn't be who I am now if I wasn't through this school. And I'm deeply, deeply grateful for it. And now, when we know this, that in each, doesn't matter what happens in our life, if it's white or black, that it always carries the seed of success. It carries the seed that it serves you, because we went to the law of development, and there is another part of it that the universe always spreads and develops. So you are bound to develop. You have no other way, my friends. You will never solve your problems, never in a million years. You'll first die, but solve your problems. You'll never freaking solve your problems, believe me, this is no way. And this will happen because the nature of problems, the moment you solve one problem, you get 3 more. You think you want a business? Welcome. You have business, you have company, you have employees, you have taxes, you have structures, you have performance. You have like 20 different problems. You solve them and you get 120 different problems. There is no way to solve your problems, and it's not designed to solve your problems. So once you know that all challenges that happen in your life are there to serve you, and even from the biggest disadvantage and pain and suffering, there is the biggest gift that will happen to you. And I will invite you really to think about your biggest success that you had. Your biggest success where you are really truly grateful and proud of yourself. And if you honestly try to track it back, based on what and how it happened, I promise you, you will find a challenge, you'll find suffering, you'll find a problem that taught you, that helped you to come where you are. So, once we know that, can we just be grateful for everything that has happened in our life? Because even the biggest suffering For me, I didn't want to wake up and more or less wish to be dead. Brought me to the biggest freedom, compassion, and joy in my life. Would I have changed it? No way. And I promised you in the beginning that I will show you a way how you can plant the seed for success, fulfillment, and happiness. And I promise you to show you the emotions that will bring you to the highest energy field in the universe. And this, my friends, one of them is gratitude. Another of them is compassion, forgiveness, and love. You know what? I have seen that we are so eaten out by ungratitude. You see, for example, you use your hands and you just want to make a salad and you cut your finger. And next time, all your focus goes how you cut your finger, how you need some plaster, and how it hurts. You didn't think about that these fingers are serving you 20, 30, 40 years without having a problem. Your body, your heart is beating without you needing to tell it. You see, you take your vision, all of you have eyes. It's normal? It's not. All of you have hands. It's normal. It's not. People are born also without hands. All of you have some challenges with business, but come on guys, you have at least $1 in your bank account, which is more than 97% of the rest of the world has. So if you just start looking, and here I actually almost gave you the structure how to do it. You see, we have the duality, and the only way we experience the world is through comparison. We compare things because how do you know what is cold and what is warm? How do you know it? You need to compare it to something. You need to experience what is warm so that the next thing that you touch, if it's colder, you know that it's cold. Imagine you're here now, we have like, I don't know, 26 degrees here, and it's kind of warm, but then go to South Africa with 50 degrees. Here you feel so chilly. Our life, our perception of life, it's not the reality. It's based on comparing things. And once you start to compare yourself the right way, automatically you become grateful. What do I mean? I had challenges. I could have some successes in business and life and stuff like this, and I love coaching and I have coached and etc. And I was somehow and not satisfied or depressed, not depressed but not happy. And my coach asked me, how, with whom and how the fuck do you compare yourself? And I start, well, you know, Elon Musk have like multi-billion companies, Zuckerberg has multi-billion companies, and he's even younger than I, and well, I cannot do it. I started laughing. First he said, do you know how much Elon Musk works? I said, yes, 100 hours a week, do you want it? Not in a million years. The second thing he said, you see, I appreciate your hunger for development, but then do it the right way. Learn from the class, from the high class. Compare yourself with the mass. If each of you ask yourself a question, whatever problems you have, how I stand compared to the rest of the world. Most of you travel, or Asia, or Africa, compare how people live there, and compare your life. You go there for a vacation and to live cheaply. They should survive. Is it really a problem? Your website is not really clear and you don't have really idea what your branding will be? Really? And this, my friends, is actually the tool that you can use to shift your life. Use the power of comparison to compare yourself correctly. Not only correctly, fairly. I don't tell you to lie to yourself. I don't tell you to say, I have great life, I'm super good, there is no weed, no weed, no weed. No. Be honest. Be honest. Yes, you have challenges, and yes, there are 99% of the world that would love to switch places with you, with you, with you, with you, with all of us. If you have challenges doing that, I would recommend you to go to a hospital. In Germany, some of you live in Germany, in Tübingen, in Department 14, it's the oncology for kids. And once you go there and you see how they cope with their life and their situation, I perfectly felt ashamed, embarrassed. For what kind of thoughts and emotions I indulge in to have. If you have challenges to feel gratitude, do that. And I would give you another tool that you can do. If you think you have big challenges and deep problems, then start helping others. And there are two things that will happen when you start helping others. Number one, you'll see that others have also problems. Number two, you focus on solution and you provide help to them so you accomplish something good. And here what happens is, as with everything that you accomplish good, your testosterone goes up. You feel good. This is the winner hormone. So, what I can tell you, and there is not much left time, that what we said in the beginning. We said in the beginning that we have cause and effect. What you plant is what you reap. And how you plant is not what you do, not what you think, not what you believe, but how you feel. And you are blessed, my friends. Each and every one of you has this emotional feedback system, and you know it every second what you're planting. Every freaking second you know what you're planting. Every second. You don't know tools and stuff and even coaches. You know what you're planting right now. Do you feel good or bad? Do you feel hopeful, joyful, gratitude, love, compassion, forgiveness? Or the vice versa? And if you don't feel these high emotions, the only thing that you need to do is compare yourself properly and fairly. And you right away start to think, to see the real reality of your life. And you right away go for gratitude, for all you have, for all the eyes and the body and the friends and the knowledge and the languages. Most of you speak 2, 3, 4, 5 languages, guys. 90% of the world cannot speak even one properly. Like, if you start really comparing yourself, I promise you will cry out your eyes. You'll feel so blessed and so happy. There are actually no words to really describe it. And that, my friends, is how you create the cause. There is another law, I have 1 minute to discuss about it, but here is much more important to share with you. If you do nothing else, you don't plan your business, you don't plan anything, because all of you know people that are just happy. They just have no idea what they're doing. Like here and there and managing money, no idea, but somehow they're happy and there are things happening in their lives that just match. They don't need to think about contracts, about business, about organizing, about presentations, about bills. Somehow clients come, projects come, different things come, and they just keep being happy. And you ask them what to do. No idea, I'm such a mess, but I have just fun. And what happens is, there is a law of vacuum, and the law of vacuum tells that the universe cannot hold on, cannot stand vacuum. If there is a step in the sand, either the water or the wind will cover it. The whole cosmos doesn't stand vacuum. And it is so important. We don't have really a lot of time to go on this. But once you set yourself on this gratitude, at this compassion, at this just accepting yourself the way you are, actually meaning loving yourself the way you are, loving the love, the life that you have. You plant the seeds, you make the vacuum, and you basically bend the universe. You actually manipulate, you use the laws, you use the universe to bring you events, situations, people, and circumstances that will bring you more things in life that will make you feel the same emotions that you already felt. But be careful, it works vice versa as well. And maybe to say a couple of words here about vacuum, it's also very helpful to burn the boats. That's maybe where it comes, fake it till you make it. Because once you, for example, even this talk, I never spoke for so many people. Marcus just told me in Brazil, would you like to speak? I said, okay. I was, of course, nervous. I have no idea what to do or to say. I even told him I have no idea really how to structure. I have so much knowledge and I can help so much, but I really don't know how to figure things out. And he said, no worries, we'll do it. And that's why how it happened. I created a vacuum. There was no way but how to fill it. I even didn't have time to do these presentations. I just wrote a script how I wanted and sent it to my designer. He did it. So, use the vacuum, put yourself in the cold water, and life must deliver to you. And even if you don't make plans and strategy and whatever you do, life will deliver to you. And if you don't have any specific goals, life will deliver everything that will match your frequency of vibe. Oh, this is how much time more I'm speaking. Okay, I got it. Well, thank you very much for your attention. I really love it to be with you. Thank you very much.